Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome back to QOTD and our daily recap show. QOTD is the show that lets you be on the air. You can join us and join the show by recording your daily answers to our awesome daily questions.
And you can also vote for your favorite answers to determine who makes it to the weekly Big Show Championship that happens on Thursdays at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
We're going to show you just how you can make it onto Thursday's Big Show, and we're also going to take a look at one of our favorite fan answers to today's question of the day, which I'm pretty hyped and caffeinated. So I'm ready to hear all of your answers and maybe even roast you if I don't like them.
Oh my God, you could be a dad.
I know. Yeah, I pulled that one out of some little joke book that I got. But let's go all the way back to our leaders of the week, starting with Friday's question. What book or movie has impacted you the most? There's too many. I can't even pick just one.
The most, though.
Yeah, I know. That's the point of the question, and I'm saying I would fail.
Well, there are some good ones here, and I certainly learned some books that I should read that I haven't yet read, so that's a good reason to listen to the question. On Saturday, our QOTD was, if you could go on a road trip with anybody, ever, living or dead, who would you go on that road trip? Who would you have in the passenger seat? So Emmanuel, Enrique, and Mishek all have some pretty awesome answers. And they are a 1, 2, 3 so far this week.
Nice. And speaking of people you would go on a road trip with, we have Sunday's question, which is what makes your family different and wonderful? We're coming off of a weekend of Passover and Easter, so there's been a lot of family time, I think, for a lot of people. So I think this question is very appropriate, talking about what you enjoy about your family, whether they're especially hilarious, especially kind, we want to hear from you.
All right, here's the big moment. Today's question of the day. What's the best way to make the perfect cup of coffee?
Wow.
I feel like this is,
Profound question. It's so personal. I mean, I know that some people like to go out for a cup of coffee because there's that bootstrap problem where you're not sufficiently caffeinated yet to make the coffee. But I feel like it's so personal. I struggle through. I make my own first cup every day because, I've got my method. I've got my secret method.
I'm trying to stick to only one a day, so I think that's why I get somebody else to make it for me. I'm like, okay, then I'll savor it, I spent some money, I gotta make it last. I don't want to tarnish it by having 2 or 3 cups of coffee a day. I'm not like Keith.
Well, yeah, I could do one so long it was like a 32-ounce cup. Yeah, that would be okay.
Yeah, one large, very large cup of coffee, and I drink it throughout the day. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the hack. Yeah, I feel like for me, a lot of people enjoy their coffee black and just very bitter, but I am a person who loads all of the add-ons, all the creamer, all the milk, all the sugar. I do flavored K-cups. I'm not a person who likes bitter coffee. I guess that says a lot about me as a person.
Yes, it's light and sweet, whereas I'm dark and bitter. Yeah.
I'm somewhere on the spectrum depending on the day, I think.
Oh. Fair enough. Makes sense. Well, we have our fantastic and amazing and very personal answers to this question, but we also have a lot of equally good answers from fans, even though the question is just a few hours old. And we wanted to take a moment to highlight one of our early favorites. So receiving the honor of cupofjoe Pro, we have KB's answer, and we should take a watch.
Best method of making coffee, okay. Before you pour your coffee into your cup, pour your creamer first, a little bit of milk, and then pour your coffee in. Then pour your sugar. But do not stir everything until you pour everything in. That's the method to make it have more taste, because when everything is together and you're stirring it, it's going to bring out the taste. Listen to me.
Yeah, very layered approach to that perfect cup of coffee.
Exactly. Yeah, and I noticed a lot of mentioned creamer, sugar, and mixing it all together. It honestly sounds very similar to the coffee recipe that I love. So.
Yeah. Well, I thought the chemistry was sound. I think putting the sugar in last into the hot liquid will give you a better, flavor mix as opposed to putting in that sugar first. If you're going to put the creamer in on top. I've been thinking about it really hard. It's a moving, an important question. And I don't think that we can dispense with the detail. That's what I think.
Well, once you get it down to a science, it is like that's your go-to coffee cup, you know? And most of us are creatures of habit. You just gotta perfect the recipe.
Once you perfect that mouthfeel, you're never going to go back to another.
All about the mouthfeel.
I feel like I gotta go right now and just make another cup. I'll catch you guys.
Well, before you go, we actually have another fan answer that we wanted to highlight. So as you know, today's question is not the only one you can answer. We have so far 3 other questions this week and another amazing answer. Oh, Keith is gone. Friday's question.
He was not kidding.
What book or movie has impacted you the most? Receiving the honor of best bookworm. We have Greg's answer, which might be good enough to bring Mr. Halper back to us. We'll see.
We'll see.
Let's take a watch. We'll take a watch.
This is a very short book, and I mean like 60 pages, but it's called Chasing Failure, written by Ryan Leake. He's somebody who I've admired for a few years now, but what he did essentially said, if what everyone has in common is failure, successful or unsuccessful people, then we might as well run directly toward what that thing is that scares us the most.
Returned.
You're back. All right, fans. You have 3 days left to submit your answers for a chance to appear on the Thursday Big Show. It's a super fun finale hosted by Keith, JJ, Trish, and I, where we go over the best videos of the week. And that's every Thursday at 8:30 a.m. right here on beyondtheair.com.
To record your answer and make it onto the big show, you can go to beyondtheair.com and click the orange record button under the 24/7 live game stream. Remember, you can still answer today's question or any of this week's other questions for your chance to tell us about your best coffee recipe, your favorite book or movie, and for your chance to be on the air with us.
So we've gone through Friday's questions, Saturday's questions, Sunday's questions. Now we've got Monday questions. So there are 4 questions that are already available on beyondtheair.com. You can go there and see the answers to all those questions. Vote for your favorites. Help them make it to the Friday Big Show. And while you're there, you can play the Guess and Bid game where you send stars to your favorite videos. And if they win, well, then you make it up the leaderboard like these fully caffeinated persons.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us for today's recap show, and a very special thank you to everyone who's watched, voted, and recorded so far this week. We are QOTD and beyondtheair.com signing off. Put on another pot of coffee, and we will see you on TV. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Do you guys know I wrote a song about coffee?
Oh
Wanna
my
hear it?
God.